To think, long ago the nation of Transia was once the seat of power for the heroic knights of Wondergore.
Might as well be Camp Hydra these days.
They're pulling in reinforcements from everywhere. But reinforcing what exactly?
Mount Wondergore. There's been something wrong with that place for as long as I can remember.
Something like this.
Nothing wrong with that. Now we know where to strike. Time for a little payback on Queen, Demon... No? Right. Make one slight mistake.
Handing my mother the last page of the Darkhold?
Bringing back the Hulk?
Okay, same mistake. Technically, fine. You take point then.
Roger that.
Actually, how about you let us handle things? The Sanctum, Tony's Gamma Death Star, Wanda. Think about it. Every time we listen to you all, some new catastrophe seems to happen. You're not our babysitter, Hunter. You're our leader. And we are the Midnight Suns. We're family.
And family's family. So this time,
we got your back.
Then what are we waiting for?
what if we aim for his heart or something?
He's not a vampire. He's a gamma-powered muscle man.
Juiced up with a heavy dose of Lilith's corruption.
In other words, we're screwed.
Look, I know Lilith is like a dark goddess with an extra angry Hulk as her number 2.
Don't forget the Parchment of Power. She's got that too, which is like super OP.
But we've got something that she doesn't.
A death wish?
No, dude. We've got friends. Each other. We're the Midnight Suns. And you know what we Suns do?
We rise.
We've got this, guys. We have to believe in ourselves if we're gonna pull this off. Blade, Robbie, you know what to do, right?
We'll see you soon, Nico.
Better not leave me hanging, because our entire continued existence depends on us.
Right. No pressure. It's just the end of the world.
Not if we can help it.
Giant alien slime bubbles, demon energy barriers, or jolly green monsters?
Then they're ours.
That rune.
Lilith, too. So it was here, all along. Wanda was right.
She usually is.
Right. One problem at a time. Midnight Suns, assemble! Or whatever.
Yes. Midnight Suns assemble or whatever.
Why not? Buy us some time! Get inside while you can! Leave that to me!
Punch it!
Hell yeah!
You alone among your kind can serve as the conduit of my power, precious child. Liber tenebris reversus es nobis. Only a few moments longer. Together we will reforge the Darkhold and usher in...
It's over, lady!
Mother, no! Stop this!
Lucky shot. She won't hit me again.
But it is all for you. Everything I do is always for you, child.
Block her out! She gave up the right to call you that word when she sold her soul to that monster.
The truth shall reveal itself soon enough, sister.
Even with her attention focused on that damn book, Lilith's barrier will not be easy to bring down.
Yeah, but the cave sure is.
Midnight Suns, disassemble.
Now you're talking. That barrier is still holding!
Liber tenebris reversus es nobi!
Get out of there, now! You've done more than anyone could ask!
Almost! Yo, Demon Lady! One thing, before we go. This is for
Johnny Blaze!
No! The spell must not be interrupted!
Now we may leave.
Mother.
Your mother died centuries ago. Now get out of there!
What's wrong?
Everything.
The mysterious structure, which has
I
been
hope Aunt May
described
isn't
as
watching
some kind
this
of
because she's
ancient
going to
temple,
flip.
has suddenly appeared in the war-torn Republic
I try
of
to stop
Transia,
it, but
decimating a
You
remote
screwed up,
village at the
Robbie.
base of Mount
It's
Wonderful.
okay, you can
These
say it.
images,
Doesn't
taken
matter
by
who
tourists,
screwed up.
have been reposted
What
over
matters
2
is that
million
we're
times
screwed.
on every social media outlet with the hashtag #ApocalypseWow.
We're in the end game now.
Will I see you at the meeting?
Maybe. Depends how bored I am.
Did you read today's book?
Of course, but you'll get nothing out of me until the meeting.
Are you heading to the meeting?
Yeah, I'll be there shortly.
Wanda, there's something I ought to say to you.
Oh?
You were right about Lilith's tomb.
Did you just say I was right about something?
I did. Just as you were probably right about other things, too. Many other things. You let an old, stubborn immortal let you take the blame for so much.
You were hurting. You needed something to point to.
And here I was thinking I was the one who was supposed to take care of all of you. I am sorry, Wanda. For everything.
So am I.
I see you and Caretaker are on the mend.
Seems so. I should be happy about it. But how can I be happy about anything when the Temple of Cthon is wreaking havoc on my home? I grew up in Transia, you know. In a remote village at the foot of Mount Wondergore. It's all destroyed now. Along with those poor people's lives.
The casualties Transia has suffered these last few days. We will avenge each and every one of them.
I really hope we can.
Well, it is not a matter of can, Wanda. We must. The world depends on it. Literally.
Whatever it takes to stop your mom, right?
Whatever it takes.
I'm afraid of her, you know, of seeing her. I mean, what if it happens again? What if she turns me back into bad Wanda? What if I go dark?
I know you fear yourself. Fear what you can do, but I am telling you that it is only holding you back.
Yeah, I know. You've been helping me with that. It's just, I don't want to fall. Couldn't bear to hurt any of you again.
So use your power to stop that from happening. I know you have it in you to resist Lilith.
You seem to know, but I'm not so sure.
Then get sure. We need you in full form, even if it is terrifying.
Be careful what you wish for. Well, I ought to get back to the news. See what new horrors are befalling my hometown.
Do not watch too much of it. The overconsumption of news media is supposed to be bad for your mental health, especially during an apocalypse.
There are worse things for your mental health, Hunter. And I'm pretty sure I've experienced them all. I'll take my chances with a little cable news. Night.
Book club tonight. You in?
Meet you there.
Let's get moving.
My plan backfired. Thought choosing a weird book would drive people away.
Why would you do that?
More punch for the rest of us.
Why have I not heard of Crash Morgan? I know it's an older book, but this is exactly the kind of story I like.
I was up all night finishing this book. I should have read it earlier.
Ain't no rest for the Midnight Suns. I thought Logan might bail. But I told him we bring more snacks this time. I have him figured out. Can we start?
I am ready.
All right, Logan, I need to know. Why did you choose this book?
I'll tell you, just not yet. I want to hear what you thought of this book.
It was written in the 1940s, so I expected some repugnant attitudes and phrases. But it surprised me. The writing was simple, yet the story was deeper than it had any right to be.
What was your favorite part?
It's in the chapter where Crash and the princess escape the Zorgots. The next morning, they see the sun rise and Mars rising beside it. When the princess asks what the future holds and Crash just stares at Mars as it eclipses the sun, it gave me chills.
Is it just me, or do the stellar bodies represent their time together?
Absolutely. The time they have together is fleeting. I think this is where Crash first realizes there's no future for the two of them. Anyway, I think the moment gets lost when the Zorgots deploy their Null Stalkers.
I don't get why the robot dog didn't warn them. I thought it could talk.
Not until number 19, the minefields of the reticulates. It's a whole thing.
Got it. So, what's the idea with Crash's promise?
What about it?
When Crash apprehends Glaxogorp, they have a tense conversation in the back of the flypod. Crash says there's a way the Zorgots can leave the moon with everything they want, but the princess must take the throne. Then Crash vows that no queen of royal blood shall ever rule Deimos. Glaxogorp agrees, but why? Crash breaks the vow in the next chapter.
That makes no sense. Why say Queen of Royal Blood?
You're right. I can't believe I missed that. And how does that tie into the Hydro gunfight at the top of the space scraper?
Really? You don't see it?
I do.
They're shapeshifters.
Who?
Crash and Glaxogorp.
No.
Yep.
But then, when do they...
The hydrogun fight. Crash gets hit in the helmet and goes down. And what happens whenever Crash is unconscious?
The helmet changes color. Turns bronze like the suit.
Right. Then Glaxogorp pulls up on the rocket sled and takes Crash and the princess into custody. That's when they make the switch. Crash and Glaxogorp change form. But where do they stash the princess?
It is obvious. They put her in Crash's suit.
Exactly. Crash won't need it to survive because they're within the bubble city. So we get to the Deimos Council meeting. The princess refuses the throne and declares her love for Crash, who is the princess in Crash's suit. When they embrace, the false princess deactivates the Magna Manacles binding Crash. But Crash nabs the Star Scepter from the fake princess, activates the suit's Zoom vest, and smashes through the monoculus.
So, if that's the actual princess, she escapes. But who is the false princess?
That's a shape-shifted Glaxogorp. Without the Star Scepter, Deimos can't crown their queen.
Right. She never wanted it, and the Zorgots definitely don't want it. Glaxogorp, posing as the princess, can steer Deimos away from war.
And when the fake Glaxogorp vows the Star Scepter shall be restored to the princess, that's actually Crash.
So Crash made 2 vows and broke neither of them. The cliffhanger with Glaxogorp chasing Crash's ship is actually Crash returning to the princess so they can escape Deimos.
You got it. They reveal the switcheroo at the beginning of number 6, Attack of the Intergalactic Space Weasels.
Clever. I like it more now. And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
So, Logan, why did you pick this book?
Because it's fun.
No other reason?
Every book doesn't need to be a teachable moment.
Fair enough.
I almost wish this book was a comic instead. I would have liked to see the monoculus.
My book was the best of them.
You have only been to 2 meetings.
Yeah, but you know I'm right.
You did not mention a book for next time.
Yeah, with everything going on, I'm gonna put book club on a hiatus until things are less apocalyptic.
I hope we come back to this in the future.
Same here. Books are a gourmet meal for thought. Not to call anyone out, but you just can't feed your mind gristle.
It would be a shame if Nico heard you say that.
Nice try. She knows what I think of her taste in movies. Besides, I said it to her face last week.
What did she say?
Don't make me magic all your books into screenplays, unpublished screenplays. In the face of a threat like that, I'm not too proud to admit I backed down. Actually, I need to thank you for sticking around since the beginning, for all your help with Carol.
Of course.
I don't get close to many people. I never get into relationships. That's not a rule I ever break. But I did with Carol. Beyond all the reasons, I find her amazing. Do you know why?
You are into her because she can kick your ass.
That's exactly it.
Really? I was joking.
I'm not. Vampires fight dirty. They'll kill whoever you love just because they can. If they really want you to suffer, they'll turn your true love into one of them. That's why dating me is a death sentence, and I refuse to put that weight on anyone. But can you imagine some pissant vampire trying to chow down on Captain Marvel? First, his fangs would snap off on contact with her skin, then she'd just chuck it into space. No hiding from the sun out there. There's no way they can ever touch her. But it's not just that.
It is you. She is safe from you.
Yeah. I never break my rule because I know deep down there's a chance I could lose control. But with Carol, hell, she could hold me over her head till I was myself again. Wouldn't even break a sweat.
Completely unrelated, I want to watch Captain Marvel bench press Blade.
I would not.
You are no fun.
And you already knew that. Well, I'm glad you joined me for all of this. Maybe next time the world is ending, I'll start a sparring club.
A sparring club? Is that just training with a fancy name?
You saw right through me. On your way out?
That is it for me.
Later then.
Buonazua.
Can you not feel it, child? The end is upon us.
You have gone too far, Mother.
I could say the same to you, child. Leaving me for dead and buried under that mountain. What a way to treat your mother.
Next time, I will use a bigger mountain.
Say what you must, but I saw the hesitation in your eyes. Besides, you won't get another chance. The Darkhold is finally complete. The prophecy draws to its close. The Midnight Sun is coming, and with it, him. We will all have our final parts to play. Will you be ready when the curtain rises?
If everything you do is truly for me, Mother, then I beg you to stop. Let us both return to our graves and let the world know peace.
You almost sound like him.
I thought we could not talk about him here.
Don't be ridiculous, not him. Him. Your father. He once said something similar to me, several lifetimes ago.
I have never heard you speak of him until now.
We close upon the end of a billion years prophecy. Forgive me if I'm a bit sentimental. I sometimes wonder if I could bring his soul to this place. To have him stand once more beside me. Beside us.
I implore you, do not. In his death, he has been spared the sight of the foul creature you have become. I envy him for that. What? No snappy comeback? Promises that we shall be reunited under the glorious eye of the Midnight Sun?
No, child. Not this time.
Agatha?
I'm sorry to intrude, dear. Do you have a moment?
For you? Of course.
You always came to me for advice when vexed by a difficult problem. Never Sarah.
I could always count on your wisdom.
Really? I always feared I was flying by the seat of my broom. Did I tell you I had one of those in the 1960s? Quite comfortable.
A seated broom? Where is it now? Can I see it?
Lost in the chaos of an unforgettable music festival. It was a wild year.
A shame. So, what troubles you?
I don't know how to say this without sounding melodramatic, but despite our actions, the prophecy unfolds. Chthon's return seems inevitable. Yet all I can do for the people I love is haunt a library and play macabre tour guide.
Agatha.
I should be here with Sarah and yourself, helping to bring the team together. But I never have felt more useless. I'm sorry, Hunter. I'll leave you to your rest.
Agatha, wait. Good night.
Agatha. Hunter, I'm coming in. Where is she? I heard you speaking with her.
I am surprised you can hear, Agatha.
Then you don't deny it?
Why would I? Especially to you.
Why didn't you tell me earlier? Why didn't you tell Caretaker?
I made a promise not to tell.
To who?
Agatha.
Then why now?
Because if you can hear Agatha, the two of you need to have a long talk.
I don't know if I could face her.
Then let me talk to her.
All right. I'm trusting you, Hunter.
Good night.
Remember that time we fought together in Madripoor?
Was that the time we fought the 20-foot-tall robot?
You're gonna have to be more specific. I fought a lot of 20-foot-tall robots.
I still can't believe it.
What don't you believe, Robbie?
That our plan failed. MJ, can you...
I apologize for not having the bandwidth to speak last night. It's just... I'm still in a bit of shock. My mind has been spinning, trying to process it all.
You are not the only one whose mind is spinning. Everyone here, present company included, have been rattled by the events of days past.
We are on the precipice of doom, aren't we? Still, though, there's no excuse. I must pull myself together. At any moment, my sister will unleash Chthon upon the planet. Yet Wanda is back in the library reading as if we were back to normal before Agatha passed. Half of me wishes she was here so I could ask her for guidance, for a way out of this mess.
And the other half?
Is glad she's not alive to endure the horrors of what a Chthon reign would bring. Still, I wonder what she would say if she was here.
Well, I know she would not want you to throw in the towel before the fight is finished.
No, she wouldn't. She would want us to give it every ounce of strength we have left.
Then let us do just that. Let us kick Lilith's ass back to hell. Show her who is the better sister.
I've been wanting to do that since 3rd grade.
The blood had 3rd grade?
I meant that figuratively. I need to get my head together. Now that the Temple of Chthon is revealed, our options are dwindling.
What shall we chat about? This is the first time I've been here since... well, since I had to leave the Abbey.
And?
For obvious reasons, Agatha is on my mind. I can't imagine how much pressure it would be to carry that kind of secret. Of course, I'd like to know more, but I trust you're doing the best you can.
I have nothing to add. But soon, I promise.
That's all I ask. I don't know what I expected to find here.
Books, usually.
Thank you for that. I meant, Agatha and I spent so much time here, I expected to feel, I don't know, anything at all. Instead, I'm just numb. I'm starting to feel guilty that I don't feel guilty.
I am very familiar with what you describe.
Really? Who was it for you?
The first Midnight Suns. I last saw them the day of my death. If I had not rushed off to fight my mother, all of us could have survived. When I think of them, there is an empty sadness. I can still hear their voices, picture their faces, but their absence hollows out my heart.
Oh, that's exactly it. And it's reassuring.
How so?
I'm not alone. And that means so much. Well, I should get back to my studies.
Agatha, a moment?
Yes, Hunter? And why are we whispering?
Meet me in my room. We need to talk.
All right. What is this about?
Wanda knows you are in the Abbey. Last night, she overheard us speaking.
She did?
She confronted me and demanded to know where you were.
What did you tell her?
I could not lie to her. Not about this.
I'm glad you didn't. If Wanda overheard me, the rules have changed.
Should we tell her?
Yes, this evening. I'll seek you out after the mission. Here I go, stirring up trouble. Feels like old times. Hunter, Wanda is at my shrine, calling out for me. I think she deserves an answer, don't you?
Then we should speak with her.
I'll meet you at my shrine.
Let's converse, if you wish. Hunter, you promised me the truth about Agatha.
I should let her tell it.
Agatha is here? Right now?
I'm right here, Wanda. Can you not see me?
Agatha? Where are you?
Just my voice, then. Better than nothing.
Agatha, there's so much I have to say to you.
Wanda, please. You are my pupil. I shall not have you bear the burden of my death.
I lost control.
No, I did. I pushed you too far, too fast.
Yes, but I have to...
My dear, this isn't the first time you visited my grave. I heard all you confessed. There is no need to repeat it. And there is very little time. Chthon grows restless in his slumber. I can aid you in this fight, but I'll need your help. Both of you. My connection to this world is tenuous. There is a ritual that can bind me to this place. First, I'll need you to retrieve a memento.
What exactly do you want us to bring you?
Sarah's grief is my strongest tie to the world. This memento symbolizes our tie to one another.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's somewhere in her room. closer I get, the more painful it is.
A ghost can feel pain?
I'm not thrilled about it.
I am unfamiliar with any ritual you describe.
It was in one of the books I wouldn't allow you to read.
I read many of those books.
Yes, you were a precocious child. Those books were decoys.
I knew it.
I'm sure you did.
How should we go about this?
Hunter, you know Sarah better than most. I'm relying on you to search her room and find this memento. Whatever it is.
And what should I do?
Observation and distraction.
So, I'm the lookout while the hunter pokes around Caretaker's room.
I do it myself, but...
Oh, it's no problem. One of my favorite shows involves a weekly heist.
Now, both of you promise me, Sarah cannot know about the ritual. Not until it's done.
Why not?
The more she knows, the less chance we have to pull it off.
I have kept your secret this long.
And I can keep it as well.
Good. I believe in you both.
You can count on us.
Wanda, she already left.
Oh. Well, time to sneak into Caretaker's room and steal one of her heirlooms. Let's go before I talk myself out of it.
You and me both.
Right behind you. Hunter, I'm outside the door. As soon as you find it, I'll give you the all clear.
Wanda?
Hi, Nico.
What are you doing outside Caretaker's room?
Nothing. And I'm not outside her room.
You're leaning against the door.
Oh, I guess I am. But I'm waiting on the hunter.
Oh, for what?
I'm going to confess my feelings.
What?
It's true. I have strong feelings for the hunter.
Did I just stumble into the hottest Abbey gossip since Blade and Captain Marvel?
They're together?
It's complicated, but never mind that. You and the hunter, though? I'm a little jealous, but good luck, girl.
Nico, do you mind if I wait alone?
Oh, right. Good luck.
All right, she's gone. Hurry up. This is harder than it looks on television. How's it going in there?
Found it.
All right.
Wanda?
Coast is Caretaker. Hi. How are you, doing?
I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Oh, I know the feeling. We should, take a walk around the Abbey.
Why would we do that?
It's good to, get the blood flowing after a long day. So how about we...
Wanda, it's late. I'm going to bed.
I want to talk to you about Agatha.
You do?
Can we take that walk? It's about something she said to me. About you.
Wanda, this topic is out of bounds.
I'm not asking to be forgiven. I know I'll never make it right. But I have a wonderful memory of Agatha speaking fondly of you. It's not fair to keep it from you, so can we take that walk, please?
All right. A short walk.
A short walk. You'll be back in a few minutes, at most.
Let's go. I'd like to get this over with.
That's perfectly clear.
Are you all right?
Just a small cough. Why don't we head through the yard?
Hunter,
Ileana.
what were you doing in Caretaker's room?
I was never here, and you never saw me.
I can respect that.
Are you back? Good. You know where to meet me.
The hunter stalks its prey.
Can you hear me, Fury?
I never want to do that again.
Confess your feelings prematurely? I know, it was not ideal, but the heart wants what it wants.
You know I can turn you into a frog, right?
So you can restore me with a kiss?
Moving on.
So what next?
I'll take the... what was it?
A locket.
I assume Agatha will tell us how it fits into the ritual.
And that I shall.
Agatha, we have Caretaker's memento.
I know. I can feel it. Would you be a most faithful apprentice and place a ward upon it?
Of course.
That's better. Now, do you recall the binding ritual in the Libris Inlicitus?
The Grey Seneschal. But that's...
Forbidden, yes.
I was going to say extremely dangerous.
And I would never suggest it unless the circumstances were this dire.
What is this ritual exactly?
The Grey Seneschal requires an item that binds the spirit to a person or place.
Why is it so dangerous?
Because the first step of the ritual is to destroy that item. And for a short time, the spirit is extremely vulnerable to dissolution, to possession, to destruction.
Agatha, I cannot lose you.
Hunter, if I can't help the people I love face certain destruction, I'd rather not be around to watch them die. Should the ritual work as expected, everyone in the Abbey will be able to hear me, to see me. I'll be able to help when it's most needed. We do this when the moon is right. But it all falls apart if Sarah learns what we're planning.
Why?
This ritual is one of hers. She made it centuries ago. She knows how great the risks and how slim the odds. And there's no chance in hell she'll allow Wanda to lead the ritual. Yet for us to succeed, Wanda it must be.
No, I can't do this.
Wanda, this ritual's power lies in its inherent contradictions. And what greater contradiction can there be
than for me to restore your spirit to life? But Agatha, if I lose control...
You won't.
How do you know?
Because you're my best apprentice. Because you learn from your mistakes. And because I want you to know I truly forgive you. For that to happen, you'll need to see it in my eyes.
All right.
Now to prepare. Wanda, I'll be in your room. We'll go over every step of the ritual.
I'll meet you there.
She already...
I know. Hunter, do you believe I can do this?
Yes. I have no doubt.
Why?
Because you are the only person who ever resisted my mother's control as one of her fallen.
It wasn't enough.
It was just enough. That is why you are here.
Okay. When the moon is right.
When the moon is right.
No pressure.
I am honored to have you back on our side.
I don't know where I would be without friends like you.
And that one's for Hannibal, and that one's for Blaze. Hunter, want to get your train game on? If not, we can talk a minute. Everyone tells me I've got the gift of gab. How's your mental health? A good portion of this darkness hunting game is mental health and processing intense situations.
I hear people saying steel sharpens steel, but in my case, encountering dark magic only makes me stronger. In other words, this is just a Tuesday for me.
That's an impressive mindset. It's also why I trust you, Hunter. You don't play pretend. Even when the constant battling feels like a grind, you don't show it. Whatever we got to be to do what we gotta do. Well, it's all sorts of messed up. But hell on earth isn't a garden stroll.
Crazy as it sounds, Lilith will not succeed.
You've been spending too much time with Rogers. We may win, we may lose. Either way, I'm taking as many Hellspawn with me as I can. We're made for more than driving the legions of hell from the face of the earth. And I know just who I am without that.
Well, Blade, I cannot wait to survive so we can continue our talks.
Ain't that the truth?
Hunter, consider yourself the only invitee to my favorite meet time spot.
The only one? How did I win that honor?
I'll spare you the sappy stuff, but you've climbed to the top of my friendship ladder. Almost at the top.
I am actually very interested in the sappy stuff. Please, do tell.
No.
Why not celebrate our friendship with an honest emotional dialogue?
That's definitely not happening.
I will start. Nico, ever since our first conversation, I have known that you are an impressive...
I'm leaving.
Okay. I am surprised your favorite spot is the chapel.
Believe it or not, my family used to go to church religiously when I was a kid, so pretentious old buildings give me this comforting vibe. It wasn't always like this.
What changed?
Do I look like a psych major? But if I had to guess, I would say I needed to peel the rotten layers my dear mom left behind to get to my healthier innards. You know, onion style. And I took your advice. I showed my mom the kindness that she couldn't show me. I forgave her. Well, kinda. Maybe I'm still working on the forgiveness part, but I'm getting there.
It requires a very special character to forgive your mother for what she has done. You are stronger than I thought.
And now that that weight is off my shoulders, I'm only getting better. Now, there is no holding me back, and like you've been there for me, I'll be there for you. When we face your mom one final time, I want you to know, I got your back. Whatever you need, I'm your witch.
All right, Midnight Suns. Time to shake off the past and train to kick some ass.
And we can't rewind the clock and change it, because Dr. Strange lost all his time travel totems in New York.
Oh, so are we just gonna train the pain away?
It works in every single boxing movie I have ever seen.
Are we so desperate that cinema is our inspiration?
We are ants to Chthon. We must fight together or we will fail. Focus!
I agree with Blade and the Scarlet Witch.
This is why we get our asses kicked out there. We're not Avengers. We're lucky to be alive.
It wasn't my intention to insult the idea, Blade. Yes, training together helps us learn how to cover each other's blind spots.
Imagine if Blaze decided to stick with us the whole time. We'd be unstoppable.
Exactly, Robbie. It makes us stronger.
I really don't want to say we are the Midnight Suns or anything like that. It's too cheesy for me. So just consider that general vibe expressed.
Take all that big listening to each other energy and pretend we have to launch Spider-Man across a hellscape of demons and brimstone like he's a football.
Yes, that's the spirit, everyone! Wait, why are we practicing that particular scenario again?
Don't you just want to hop in and show them how it's done?
Only if I can pick the training montage music.
You seem like a 90s teen pop kind of guy.
Maybe something with lots of cowbell.
Ugh, disco?
Just because you have adamantium claws doesn't mean you get to knock disco.
Nope.
We finally restored satellite connection to Transia. Get it up on the screen, now.
Hydra's fist grows tighter around Transia, and now Lilith's twisted children roam free.
A glimpse into all our futures if we fail to stop her.
Those people need to evacuate. Are those Hydra soldiers blocking the bridge?
Not just soldiers. That's...
Hey, Captain Wonderboy! Can you hear me?
Crossbones.
I know you're hiding out in your little fun house, so listen up. No one's getting out of this country except in a body bag. Or unless you're brave enough to swap places with them. So what do you say? You man enough to face me?
Anytime, Rumlow. I can't just stand here and let Rumlow get away with this. Rumlow's taunting me, trying to get me to engage.
He wants you to fight him.
Going to Transia would play right into his hands. Yet I can't stay here and do nothing. Those people need us.
We are going to Transia sooner or later. And no matter what Crossbones has planned, we are gonna hit him so hard, he will not know where he is anymore.
That's the spirit. We just have to be careful. If there are two possible angles on a fight, Rumlow staked out the third.
So then, what is your plan?
My plan is to stop Rumlow no matter what. If he's gonna fight anyone, he's gonna fight me. After that, I'll make it up as I go along. Rumlow's not going to get away from me again. Not this time. Our Transia situation's getting worse. Hydra's blocking our transports.
Crossbones keeps taunting us. Do not engage, Steve. Hydra thinks they're so clever. Just imagine if they actually were. We might be in trouble.
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details. The tomes were scant on information, but I think I found it. I managed to find a bit of information at least.
I'm here if you need me.
What have you got for me, boss? This should be quick. How does this look? Don't forget to write.
My physique takes care of itself.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair. Back again.
Let's see him try to handle me now.
Later.